Howdy, folks. Howdy. Man, I can't wait to get a real audience. Yeah. We are in Atlanta, and this is a representation of an alley in Little Five Points, my friends. And if you've never been to Little Five Points, you just don't know how beautiful it is. Inman Park, Little Five Points, Piedmont Park. I mean, it is incredible down here in the ATL. It's going to be 92 degrees and hot as a mother effer. But we will be getting through it. It's good to see all of you all. I'm Black Dragon. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever you happen to be. And this is Horny Toad here. And my personal dragon sent to me by Merlin. I appreciate having him. For you guys that are listening on the podcast, thank you for tuning in. We're here Monday through Friday. It looks like a couple times a day. You guys have been following me as we've been walking at night and through the forest. Like you guys said, you wanted me to walk, and you don't walk through the forest anymore. Okay, we're walking through the forest. So please watch the stuff. We'd appreciate that. Like, share, and subscribe. We do this every morning. So if you're not getting the updates from YouTube, they can be flaky, these YouTube characters, but worry ye not. Simply follow, come in and watch. We'll have some content up a lot of times, 2 or 3 times a day. All right. So let's break right into this, people, because this is interesting, and I hope that I can get through this in an hour or less. And for you, those of you, man, your things are too long, man. I don't have an hour every time. So I'm doing short videos too through the day, little short 5-minuters. And then my show in the morning is an hour. We come on about 10ish every morning, so not exactly on time. I'm retired. Okay. Anyway, I want to say happy birthday to Ghost Eagle. Ghost Eagle, man. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. All right, great. All right. Outlaw motorcycle gangs have really done it to us. You have become an American icon, Robin Hoods, as it were. And you scared the shit out of everybody. Everybody's terrified of you. And so now even emergency personnel. So they make videos about it, or they make not videos, but they talk to each other about how they're going to deal with you guys. And since most of them can't tell you guys from us guys, just anybody in a bike club can be hurt by this prejudice or ignorance or whatever. Here we have a guy named Anand in Bosnia, who wrote a whole paper with some other folks in Physicians Weekly. Now, I'm not a physician, but obviously they read something every week called Physicians Weekly to tell ED personnel how to deal with you bad people. And I don't know what ED stands for. Emergency people who are dispersed. ED stands for emergency something. It'll be here in the writing. And so they put together some stuff that I guess they teach themselves. They push this around to other, let's say, EMS personnel, emergency medical services personnel, until I figure out what ED stands for, right? And so in the Western Journal of Emergency Medicine and Physicians Weekly and other great places like this, oh, my people know, Lissa says emergency department. Other great organizations like this that talk about how they're going to take care of bikers in biker clubs and other people in the diaspora of people they take care of. They talk about how they're going to take care of you and me and what to be afraid of. And some of it is absolutely outrageous. It comes from this all the stuff they read and stuff. And I guess, I mean, if you were going to tell somebody how to deal with the mafia and all you've watched is a bunch of Godfather shows, you tell people certain things. The Asian triads of all the movies we've seen with Jackie Chan and Chris is it Chris Rock or Chris Tucker? It's Chris Rock, I think. Anyway, whomever. When you see, if that's all you've seen, you're going to tell people, be careful. When you deal with those guys, look for the tattoo on there. All kinds of stuff that might not even be true. So let us not waste any time. Let us get into this thing. So they've created a few pieces of reference material that we need to delve into. So if you have friends, loved ones, people who are in ED, and I don't mean erectile dysfunction, I mean emergency departments that are EMS providers, first responders, heroes, you got to recommend this video to them because we have to update some of the ideas in this video, in these papers, because this was written in 2015, which is not all that long ago, but it's important that we let me make it a little larger here so you can see it. It's important that we update some of this information. So we're going to go through. They've got a table, a resource table, and then they've got a whole 8-page PDF that they use to teach, and it's been peer reviewed. You know, I need to write one of these for them. I probably need to write one of these for them and get them more up to speed. They got all these people listed as authors and no Black Dragon and probably nobody nobody that's really in the biker world to explain our position in these assumptions that are made. The author Bosmia and of the Children's of Alabama Department of Pediatric Neurosurgery, Birmingham, Alabama. Okay. We got Quinn James, University of North Texas, Department of Rehabilitation, Social Work, and Addictions in Denton, Texas. All right. We've got Peterson Todd, University of Alabama at Birmingham, Department of Emergency Medicine, Birmingham, Alabama. All right. We've got Grisenauer Christoph, University of Alabama at Birmingham, Department of Neurosurgery, Birmingham, Alabama. All right. And we got Tubbs R. Shane, Children of Alabama, Department of Pediatric Neurosurgery, Birmingham, Alabama. These are the people that we have. This one was written in 2014. And well, let's start here with the article in Physicians Weekly that was written in 2015 by Anand in Bosnia. I don't know if that's a male or a female. So outlaw motorcycle gangs are an iconic element of the criminal landscape in the United States and other places in the world. Okay, so you have biker clubs all over the world. So this is ED information for worldwide biker clubs, not just the United States. All right. So we're trying to correct things as we go. All right. When an injured member of an OMG, and let's expand this a little. They're going to say OMG and stuff a lot, and biker gang and biker 1%ers and stuff. And we want to expand this for ED people, that we're going to expand this to all biker clubs. Okay. So that you know how to deal with us all. Because a lot of this, we all feel the same way about. But, all right, we move on. So when an injured member of an OMG, and I'm going to add into it, or other biker club is brought to the ED, I guess that stands for emergency department, someone told me, other members and associates are likely to come to the ED to support him. Yes, that's true. We're going to come to the hospital en masse. Now, some of these things have changed a little because of COVID, right? Used to be you could come to the hospital en masse and they wouldn't let you, and they would let you in and you could be around everybody and everything. Some of that's changed, especially during the height of COVID and now monkeypox, right? But some of it hasn't. When we had some people get run over here recently, a couple of months ago, they allowed us to come to the hospital to see them. And it was different than other times during COVID. But you can expect a big presence to hit the hospital. All right? So that's true. Let's move on. And associates, okay, to support him, says Anand in Bosnia and colleagues. The arrival of injured outlaw bikers and their associates can be concerning to ED personnel because of their potential for aggression and violence. Increasing knowledge on the symbols, values, and hierarchy of OMGs may help ED personnel understand the mentality of outlaw bikers and thereby optimize management strategies. So here we are. We're going to terrify everybody in the damn emergency room that a horde of bikers will descend on them with a potential for aggression and violence. When what we're trying to do is make damn sure our people are being taken care of. So let us not start with a premise of fear. The premise is that doctors and personnel will be given great respect because we know you're trying to save our loved ones. So this is good stuff. This is good stuff because it generates eyeballs and it generates fantasy and generates romanticism, but it stokes fear. And I just want to start by saying bikers are like everybody else in an emergency situation where their loved one's on the table and you have the life of that loved one in your hand. Respect, understanding, communication, these are the things that folks are concerned with. In a study published in the Western Journal of Emergency Medicine, and I believe we have that study over here. Yeah. Bosnia and colleagues, we introduced them all, discuss various aspects of the culture of OMGs to inform ED personnel about outlaw bikers. even though in the study that doesn't seem that they consulted one damned outlaw biker. But I digress. I don't want to get angry. So the study notes that outlaw motorcycle gangs pose a challenge for ED personnel because they are well organized, have an intricate intelligence network, and are capable of mobilizing members to quickly assist injured comrades. These sound like good things. If they're highly organized and they can quickly mobilize mass numbers of folks to assist in aiding injured comrades, this seems like a good thing. One thing you should know if they're highly organized is that they have a leadership structure. And by dealing with that leadership structure, you're able to deal with the entire crew. Okay? Because motorcycle clubs are highly organized. That's not something particularly to fear. Important characteristics. Many outlaw bikers refer to their organizations as 1%er motorcycle clubs, not outlaw bikers. It's important. Let me add to this. So biker gangs, that this is, so if you want, if you do want to upset them or make them go, here we go. Don't say, well, how's your gang doing? You guys have a big biker gang. Try to leave the word gang out. We call ourselves clubs, motorcycle clubs. All right. So that's an important thing that they point out. I like that. Many outlaw bikers refer to their organizations as 1%er motorcycle clubs. We just call ourselves motorcycle clubs, MCs, motorcycle clubs. It's the government that calls outlaw bikers. We don't run around calling ourselves that. We call ourselves clubs. Is that your club brother? Is that your biker gang brother? I mean, is that your outlaw motorcycle gang brother? You see, club. Hope that makes sense. I don't want to not make sense. The term 1%er originated from a statement made in 1947 by the American Motorcyclist Association, which proclaimed that 99% of motorcycling public abides by the law and the remaining 1% does not. That, my friends, is a lie. The American Motorcyclist Association never said that. So where it came from, nobody really knows. But the American Motorcyclist Association has said and has printed and has written many times, we did not say that. There's nothing written that we can find in any of our archives where we said that. It has been attributed to us, but we didn't say that. So nobody really knows exactly where the term 1%er came from. But the American Motorcyclist Association said it did not come from us. So, just clearing some things up as we move forward. But the term did originate. It originated somewhere, and it's a term that's used. Outlaw bikers wear the diamond-shaped 1% patch if their MC is immersed in the criminality and large enough to defend itself against all rivals. This, too, is not particularly true. There are many outlaw motorcycle clubs that don't wear diamonds. And there are clubs that wear diamonds that are not particularly big. So it's not about the size or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You could be dealing with an outlaw biker club and not realize that you're dealing with an outlaw biker club. There are so many elements that go into determining what an outlaw biker club is. So the diamond isn't your only clue. Treat all clubs with the same respect. Does that make sense? But if you do see the 1% patch, you are dealing with a recognized 1%er club. So keep that in mind. But just because it's an outlaw biker club doesn't necessarily mean it is involved in criminality. So and just because they have a 1% patch on doesn't mean that the individuals that you are dealing with are criminals. Many of them have concealed weapon permits. You can't be a criminal and have that, or you can't have a criminal record and have that. So don't be thrown off by this. There are criminals in every element of every society. All right. So this subculture of folks are not criminals just because this dude or female or whomever this was says so. And then in Bosnia and colleagues, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They've gathered a bunch of stuff and they put it together in a paper. It's important that you know that not everybody that wears a diamond is a criminal. Not every person that's in an outlaw biker club is a criminal. And these are terms that are pejorative. So stay away from them if you can. And large enough to defend itself against all rivals. Jesus Christ. You got some guys that have been hurt and they're not on all that right now. They're trying to get their people taken care of. Outlaw motorcycle gangs are divided into 4 categories, with the larger 1%er MCs topping the criminal hierarchy. So if you believe that all you have is criminals, boy, I'm just terrified for these folks that are trying to get some attention in the hospital. Anyway, they give us this this chart here of criminal hierarchy. Category of the 1, 2, 3, 4 categories they talk about. Support clubs, characteristics, minor to moderate involvement with criminal activity. They maintain a relationship with larger 1%er clubs for protection and to bolster their reputations. And they actually give an example of a motorcycle club name here. Satellite clubs, created and controlled by members of the larger 1%er clubs, serve as sources of recruits to the larger 1%er clubs. Members perform tasks related to criminal activities of the larger 1%er clubs. It looks like they got this like off of a law enforcement page. Regional clubs, limited membership in territory, usually have some links to larger 1%er clubs, may or may not claim 1% status. Example, and they give a 1% club as an example. So that's interesting. Larger 1%er clubs top the criminal hierarchy and determine much of the dynamics in the world of the outlaw biker. And then they give an example of 3 of the top 5. Okay, so this is adapted from that article we were talking about. So what do you need to know about this? Absolutely not a damn thing. Whether it's a support club, satellite club, regional club, or larger club, or whatever, this is not germane to the care you need to give. This is so far out of the spectrum of what you need to be concerning yourself with. I see you guys are a support club for the such. Like, what the hell does that have to do with whether my brother is going to lose his leg or not? believe me, if you are not immersed in this culture, you won't know what the hell you're dealing with when you see it. You won't know what you're looking at. Hell, guys in the culture don't know what they're looking at. So this is not anything to concentrate on. Almost all OMGs, outlaw motorcycle gangs, is what OMG stands for. Almost all OMGs are entirely Caucasian. Another goddamn lie. There are so many clubs now of every single race. And there are every category of every club you can think of in every race. There has been a misconception for a long time that 1%er clubs and OMGs are only white. And there are so many black 1% clubs, bro. It would blow your mind. They haven't been given the name top 5. But ain't nobody out there pushing them around. So understand to treat everyone the same way. Because thinking that you aren't dealing with dedicated alpha males because they aren't white can get you a rude awakening. All right? Treat them all the same, with the same respect. Almost all OMGs in the United States are entirely Caucasian. And many of these 1% MCs are racist and have strong links to white supremacists. Well, this is the ongoing claim. But these clubs are all dealing with clubs in every culture. So don't be off on that. Don't be thinking that and oh man, it's hard to explain. But just because you see if you're a black EMS person, just because you see lightning bolts doesn't mean, okay, Black Dragon, you're getting ready to listen. It doesn't mean that this is a racist person that's going to call you some kind of names or whatever. There's a lot of this culture that's hard to understand that people don't know. Got many folks that I deal with in biker clubs that wear them thunderbolts, whatever they're called, SS bolts or whatever, that are good people. That we could get into the reasons that they all wear them. And a lot of people look at that stuff and they just think automatic, that's a racist skinhead. Don't let that be part of how you're dealing with them medically. Because in a lot of cases, you're just damn wrong. There's stuff that goes on that it's just hard to explain. But we deal with those folks and those folks deal with us. And the biggest thing to know about biker culture is it is all about respect. So ain't nobody just don't let the unfortunately you can't let the nomenclature and the stickers and the symbols cloud your mind because you don't know everything that's going on behind that. This is a culture that's hard to explain. But this idea that you need to be focused on that is just a little bit much. Outlaw motorcycle gangs composed of, let me bring this back up so you guys can read it. Outlaw motorcycle gangs are mostly Caucasian, they say, but most African-American outlaw motorcycle gangs are local or regional in their influence and are usually encountered on the east and west coast of the United States. More bullshit. African American 1% motorcycle clubs are not just regional, they are absolutely national in scope and have been for a long time. So they're not just encountered in the East and the West. They're in Oklahoma. Black 1%er clubs are in Kansas, Minnesota, Texas, Alabama, Arizona. They're everywhere. Because I haven't been up on the 70 in a while. I don't know how many are up there, but they're everywhere. All right. So don't be surprised if you're in Lawton, Oklahoma, and you run into some black 1%ers or black motorcycle club folks in general. We've been around since there's been motorcycles and motorcycle clubs. We just didn't get any of this. We didn't get any press. All right. Moving on here. Outlaw bikers wear patches and tattoos that have symbolic significance with respect to their gang's subculture, and such insignia can provide information about a gang member's social history, such as past incarcerations, drug use, and allegiances to gangs. Members of outlaw motorcycle gangs wear sleeveless and colorless jackets that identify the specific MC to which collarless jackets that identify the specific MC to which they belong. These jackets are often referred to as cuts or colors and are integral to a biker's identity as a club member. If a biker's colors must be removed during the course of his care in the emergency department, physicians and staff are urged to treat his colors with respect to risk eliciting hostile reactions. Now, this, my friends, in the ED community, is the absolute God's honest truth. Whipping out your scissors. What do they call those things? They have a term for them. They're not scissors. They call them something else. Not shears, but clipper units or something. Whipping out those scissors and coming towards a person's vest, also known as a cut or colors. It's normally a vest. It could be a sleeveless cut off jean jacket, or it could be a leather vest, or it could be a t-shirt with their colors on it. The colors are the insignia on the back. And the thing that represents the colors more than anything is that patch on the back or the replica of it on a t-shirt or whatever. That is referred to as often as soft colors, although I personally don't believe in soft colors. That's what people call them. And so that symbol is like an American flag. They don't want it to touch the ground. They don't want it to be dishonored. We don't want anything to come to that representation, any harm to come to that representation of what the club is. And that is held on a jacket. The colors are held on this jacket or this vest or this cut off blue jean jacket thing or black jean jacket. So that is something that you want to preserve. You don't want to cut that off. A guy could be dying on his deathbed And some guys would rather die than have you cut that off of them or even take it off. If you must handle it, if you must take it off, do everything in your power not to have to cut it off. Because that can evoke a hostile response. If you take it off or you have to take it off, whatever the case may be, fold it respectfully and get it to a member of the club as soon as possible. If there's one standing there, give it to him. Or put it in a place where you don't leave it on the side of the road. Don't toss it to the ground or something like that. Something like that can actually absolutely cause a problem. This thing is a relic. It's held in high regard and must be respected. So keep that in mind. Don't give it to the police. There's a good opportunity, a good chance it might not ever come back. So give that to a club member. Give it to a club member before you give it to a family member, because it belongs to the club, and the club will make every effort to retrieve it. That'll be one of the first things that they're going to want to know. And a guy who is in a wreck, that's a biker, especially in a club, is going to really have two questions. How's my bike? And where are my colors? It's okay. I folded them up. They're right there at the edge of your bed. Everything will be cool. That right there, my friends, is how you should treat those colors in the emergency department life. The color is integral to the biker's identity. If a biker's colors must be removed, physicians and staff are urged to treat those colors with respect. That is the one thing here that could actually risk eliciting a hostile reaction. All right, potential for violence. Many members of OMGs will not hesitate to assault or kill someone whom they believe has disrespected one of their comrades. Nobody's going to be in the hospital assaulting and killing you. ED personnel should treat members of OMGs and their acquaintances with respect, regardless of whether their behavior warrants it. Outlaw bikers follow a pack-like mentality that demands that all members support each other to the fullest. Women who support the club can also facilitate violence in the ED by smuggling weapons to injured bikers and their associates, and outlaw bikers often possess hidden weapons that may be discovered during the course of their care in the ED. Well, okay, we'll read on. ED personnel should clarify whether a biker's injuries are due to violent altercation with members of a rival gang, as adversaries may arrive at the hospital to kill the injured biker. When an injured biker's supporters start to congregate at the hospital, ED personnel should be more vigilant for aggressive behavior. Okay, well, I guess that's fair. If a biker's hurt or injured out there and it's because of some kind of BS between clubs, there is absolutely the possibility that it could escalate over to the hospital. So I'd say, yeah, okay, you should be aware of that and have your security people together. Become familiar with locally active OMGs. Memorizing all of the logos or insignia specific to each OMG is impractical for ED personnel. Absolutely is impractical. Instead, Bosnia and colleagues recommend that ED personnel find out which OMGs are active in their state of employment and become familiar with the 1% patch and the hues worn by locally active OMGs and their respective support and satellite clubs. information on several MGs that have been identified in the United States Department of Justice are here on table 2. So you can go here and learn all about the biker clubs. And here I noticed that they've just named the big white clubs and all of this. And I don't know, it is just so cliche and shows such a lack of understanding. And this just really is a fear report. He was an MD candidate for the University of Alabama. He's probably, finished that now. This was written in 2015. His references: Barker T, outlaw motorcycle gangs and organized crime groups. And then he references this: outlaw motorcycle gangs, aspect of the 1%er culture for emergency department personnel to consider. This is something he wrote. And then Quinn of Forsyth, I think that's here. Coordinated chaos, the psychological and structure of organized crime among 1%er bikers. Jesus. And then he represents this by Quinn. Leathers and Rolexes, the symbolisms and values of the motorcycle club, deviant behavior. You see where all this is coming from, right? Then he represents this: the tools, tactics, and mentality of outlaw biker wars. So he's taken all of this very slanted stuff and put together a fear paper to make emergency personnel terrified in his peer-reviewed article entitled Outlaw Motorcycle Gangs, Aspect of 1%er Culture for the Emergency Department Personnel to Consider. This is probably what he wrote to get his MD or whatever paper, journal issue in Western Journal of Emergency Medicine. They'll just let you write any damn thing, I guess. I need to write something for the I'm going to write something for the Western Journal of Emergency Medicine and clear a lot of this BS up. Anyway, his abstract tells you basically in this abstract that you need to be aware of 1%ers and outlaw biker gangs, and he's going to tell you all about it. So in his review, Outlaw Motorcycle Gangs, Aspects of the 1%er Culture for Emergency Department Personnel to Consider, he names all of his people and where they're from. Supervising editor, submission. It was submitted May 12, 2014. And so this is some of the stuff we've already talked about: the introduction, the criminal hierarchy of gangs, biker gangs, and of course we've got the standard symbols and the standard pictures of the FBI holding up their stuff. And then, of course, this was that table we saw about who's in charge and this sort of thing. Interclub relations are complex. Interclub affiliations may reflect a temporary alliance, primarily among large clubs, or a partial surrender of a small club in the larger internet. It's like they took this right out of the playbooks. They name various clubs and their pictures, and they put their name, but they've only concentrated on the big clubs. And there are so many clubs that this is just like so potential for violence in the ED. You know what, man? I'm getting ready to rewrite this whole damn thing. So people know what they really need to be dealing with in a hospital. Conclusion: emergency department personnel may encounter outlaw bikers who have been injured in a motor vehicle accident or through interpersonal violence. Knowing the hues of local OMGs and their support and satellite clubs and recognizing the 1%er patch can assist ED personnel in anticipating gang-related violence. I don't give a damn what hue you know. You don't have, if you're not in this culture, you don't know what's going on, and don't even try it. Determining the cause of the biker's injuries is critical, as scenarios in which a biker has been injured by enemies of his club or by a citizen can predispose the biker and his associates to hostile behavior. Outlaw bikers follow a pack mentality that demands that every member support each member to the utmost. Treating these men respectfully at all times is of paramount importance. You know, treating all people with common decency and respect should be of paramount importance to good customer service and relations. People going through difficult times where folks have been hurt, are deceased, or dying, or have been traumatized in some way, supporting their support elements is something that all doctors and emergency department personnel should commonly practice. When I was an emergency department person, we called it bedside manner. And yes, Black Dragon was involved in search and rescue, and I worked in an emergency room for many years before I joined the United States Navy. So I do have some, although it was a long time ago, some experience in this. So you don't have to run up to these folks in terror, because if you don't show them respect, they're going to beat you up. You show them the same respect you show anybody else. That comes into the emergency room. Be professional. That's all anybody's looking for. To decrease the likelihood of aggression in the emergency department, although OMGs share characteristics of many other types of gangs in the United States, members sport idiosyncratic, I got to look that word up, idiosyncratic symbols that reflect the values and hierarchy of their OMG culture. Knowledge of the OMG symbols, values, and hierarchy can help ED personnel understand the mentality of the outlaw biker. The authors hope that this article will encourage ED personnel to conduct formal studies that focus on outlaw bikers who arrive at the ED for treatment and the outcomes of such visits. References: strategies for managing violence against ED personnel. Violence against ED workers, a growing problem. Maintaining security when gang members visit your ER, hospitals, schools, and universities. This is just terrible. The Encyclopedia of International Organized Crime, the National Alliance of Gang Investigators, sex roles and hedonism among members of outlaw motorcycle clubs. Sex roles and hedonism? Wow. These guys are something else. These guys are worse than the news media. Oh my goodness. Dictionary.com. Dictionary. There we go. Word here. Word idiosyncratic.
Idiosyncratic.
Oh, idiosyncratic. Excuse me. Pertaining to the nature of idiosyncrasy. Idiosyncrasy. Sorry. Pertaining to the nature of idiosyncrasy or something peculiar to an individual. The best minds are idiosyncratic and unpredictable as they follow the course of scientific discovery.
Idiosyncratic.
Not idiosyncratic, idiosyncratic, fool.
Idiosyncratic.
Idiosyncratic. And?
Idiosyncrasy.
A characteristic, habit, mannerism, or the like that is peculiar to an individual. Aha! The physical constitution peculiar to an individual, peculiarity of the physical or the mental constitution, especially susceptibility toward drug, food, etc. I'm not sure he used that word correctly. Uh, now that I look at it, sex roles and hedonism among members of outlaw motorcycle clubs, leather and Rolexes, symbolism and values of the motorcycle club, deviant behavior. Wow. History of the Chosen Few Motorcycle Club? Chosen Few Motorcycle Club website? Wow. Black motorcycle clubs and black motorcycle clubs and black bike rides. Wow. Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, Rocky Mountain Information Network, gangs, their increasing grip on the nation. A special report from Rocky Mountain Information Network. Outlaw motorcyclists, a problem for the police. Righteousness on Two Wheels, sociological spectrum. Udon, M. Malik, JT, Malton, WK, tattoos and piercings. A review for the emergency department physician. Independent bikers and in an ethnography of a biker community. Wow. Manual of Forensic Emergency Medicine, a guide for clinicians. The Hells Angels. 3 can keep a secret if 2 are dead. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Alan P. Violence in the emergency department. Tools and strategies to create a violence-free emergency department. Here we go with Quinn again. Evolving themes in the subculture of the outlaw biker. Machete attack by outlaw motorcycle club sends a man to the hospital. This is an ABC News article. This guy here. Outlaw motorcycle gangs blamed for the bloody brawl at North Point Flea Market. CBS website. Hells Angels and outlaw bikers gangs jailed for an airport riot in the Telegraph website. In the UK, this guy went all the way to hell to the UK. I didn't mean to click on it. All right. Okay, bro. Did I lose it? Let's go back. There we go. Holy moly, this guy here, man. So these are clickable links, just so you know. 2 people suffer stab wounds after biker gang-related fight in Greeley, the Tribune website. Dolan A. bikers wielding a machete and a meat cleaver in bout of mob violence at the airport, the Daily Mail website. Woodard R. law officer shot Hells Angels member in Sturgis, Rapid City Journal website. Rolene C.E. Wang South S. Be aware of the high risk associated with fight bites. Hey, now that's a real one. Fight bites. You know, that's probably the only real one here. Quinn J. again. Here we are with Quinn. The tools, tactics, and mentality of the outlaw biker. So he quoted 27 references that he used to write this malevolent BS. Wow. That's what's going on, man. Out there. That's what's going on out there. I guess I need to write one of these for them to tell them what they really should be looking for. Thank you for that donation right there. Appreciate that, Black Dragon. I guess I need to write something for them that they can really use. This BS right here is crazy. This is crazy. Saving a life is all that matters. If I have to cut your cut off, it's gone. I'm sure you'd rather I save your brother's life than fold up his cut again. I'm a New York City paramedic, retired. Well, you might think that, bro. But I can tell you honestly and for sure Some bros would almost damn rather die than watch you cut their cut off. So if you can find another way to do it, I suggest you do. Because it can get your block knocked right off. And I'm a retired biker club president with 30 plus years in the game. So that attitude ain't the one. Be careful of those cuts, bro. And that's the honest truth. What about familial violence that has gotten more personnel injured in ERs than club beefs? I wouldn't know anything about that. The issue of a Grim 98, the issue Grim 98 is that some have shed blood and given their lives for those colors. It's the same as throwing your country's flag on the ground. I agree with you. I agree with you on that. Well, you guys were talking while I was reading, huh? I agree with the MC is not a color or gender thing. IDC, I don't know what IDC means. I do, because if the person is purple, they be a loyal, honest, and true, honorable person. They can ride under the banner. You know, a lot is made about the race thing, and you know, I'm with you on that and all that and everything, but it's not really something that we focus on when we're out on our bikes doing our thing. Some guys do. Me and my guys don't, and most of the people we hang out with don't. I'm just trying to feed back through the. Looks like you guys were doing a lot of talking while I was reading. I'm a New York City paramedic, retired. I can tell you this: if I'm trying to save a life, I don't give a rat's ass what that person is wearing. If it has to come off to save his life, it's gone. I feel you. If you really want to get to know the MC culture and the 1%er, you need to go there and to their open houses and learn. 90% of bikers are people with great hearts. And yes, that's true. We're all great guys and gals. But we do have issues. But not to the level of this here. This is just it has enough stuff in it that's true enough that it doesn't just get thrown out, but it's just such a outsider's view, and really to me kind of silly. But it is such a fear mongering thing, and it uses all these people's colors to terrify you, and it got the FBI guy standing with the colors, and I think it just like in a trial, like this would not be allowed in as evidence because it just so deeply prejudices and scares people that, you think you're going to deal with an ogre under the bridge. And that if you don't come at them and bow and scrape and treat them with respect, they're going to beat you down. But about the truest thing in the article is those colors. Try your damnedest not to have to cut them off if you can. That's all. All right, man. That was 1 hour. It really was an hour. We ran through this thing in an hour. And I hope that we covered it. I think we did. One thing I know, I'm absolutely gonna write a better article, one that is actually fairer and more true and more targeted at helping people that are in our world, that ED personnel can actually use. Because I'm a writer, I can do that. I can do that just as good as this guy here. Now, I might not be able to write any medical stuff, but this here is kind of ridiculous. I'm a USMC combat vet. If you want to talk about bleeding for something, Hellfighter Steve Hill, the politics and sensitivity of motorcycle clubs is what keeps me out of them. Well, hey, motorcycle clubs ain't for everybody. You know? But many of us are vets. Many of us are combat vets. Many of us have been shot up and everything too. And we find motorcycle clubs are a great thing. So we understand if folks don't want to be part of us because we have our issues. We are not issueless. We absolutely have our issues. Hellfighter Steve Hill says, then you shouldn't be around them. They view their colors the same way you view the flag. Absolutely. All day, every day. And we view the flag the same way we view our colors. We most of us are flag carrying, card carrying flaggers. That's what we are. You guys. All right. Like I said, it's an hour. That's my time. Let's see. Frost says a lot of vets on white, black, blue, and green MC sets. Absolutely. We're out here. So, you know, we're not ever really impressed with the I'm a vet thing because so many of us are vets. Like we all went through what you had to go through. So we just happen to love motorcycle clubs. All right, then. Hit the subscribe button, people. Like and share. Is that so hard? Like and share. If you're watching this and you've been watching it more than 3 or 4 minutes, hit the like button. We can use that over here. It helps us with our algorithm and on. Black Dragon Biker TV can be found on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, as well as LinkedIn. So go check us out in all of those places and like and subscribe. Order my books, Prospects Bible, Sergeant at Arms Bible, Public Relations Officers Bible, Prospects Bible for women's motorcycle clubs. You can get them all on Amazon, and you can get them on you can get them on Kindle, Amazon. You can order them in bookstores, and you can also get them, especially your autograph copies, from blackdragonsgear.com. I'm so excited to have written these books, and I'm working on more, and now a new article for emergency department personnel. Yeah! Join our daily podcast, The Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos, The Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos, and you will find us wherever you find your podcasts. We also have a Discord server. So if you don't know anything about Discord, download Discord and get on our Discord server. You'll have a lot of fun there. You can reach me at blackdragon@blacksabbathmc.com. And my phone number here in the studio is 404-692-0336. You don't have to call my club brothers or anybody. You want to talk to me about something you don't like that I did, I'm easy to damn find. 404-692-0336. And we ain't hiding, bro. Also, if you have an issue out there, a problem in your motorcycle club that you want to talk about, something that you need help with, some conflict resolution, crisis management, anything like that, hit me up on my line, my consultation app called Clarity.f, like Frank, M like Mary, Clarity.fm/black-dragon. Clarity.fm/black-dragon. And I'll be able to help you out there. Anything we talk about is, of course, private. And that's the way. Hey, Black Dragon, I really love to bend your ear. I really like to talk to you. I can't talk to everybody that calls me and wants to talk to me. But this is one way that we can do that. Hold on a minute, Lissa. Yeah, what am I forgetting? Oh, did I am I supposed to give one today, or should I say that I'm giving? Did somebody? Oh, yeah. So Frost won. Was it Frost? Who won that? No, it wasn't Frost. It was someone else. Won the where's my book giveaway? Somebody won. Let's see. Dang. I don't remember my email address all of a sudden. Oh, here it is. Okay, come on. Sign in. Okay. No, I don't want to hang up. I like hearing you. Listen, I like having you on the phone. So somebody won. Okay, yes. So the guy that won the other day won this one. I believe that you found him on the roundup. He and it was 2017. No, that was like the day before, right? But he won again. And yes, he did. So he won again yesterday. And what he wants me to do is pick a good prospect to give away the book he won. So we have the audio book. Thank you. Is that it? Is that it, Lisa? All right. Thank you. Man, my mods are so cool, man. They don't let me follow my nose. So he won the book, and he wants me to give it away to a prospect. So if you have a prospect in your motorcycle club that's a good prospect, send me the name of that prospect so I can send that prospect the audiobook Prospects Bible, because it was just given to him by the guy who won yesterday. Yeah. All right. So for tomorrow's giveaway, so my book Prospects Bible is now an audiobook that you can get on audible.com. It is actually selling really most amazingly. And I'm really excited about that because the book is 7 years old. So to see it selling on Audible so fast is amazing to me. Prospects Bible. Now you can get the link to this book from the description in this video. And if you use that description to go get this book, then I'll get some extra money out of the deal. So if you want to double support me, you can, and it would absolutely be appreciated. So this is it. And so far, it has had 4 ratings, which is a high percentage for how new the book is. And all the ratings so far have been 5 stars, and overall performance and the story itself. So I'm very excited to have received this this gift of being able to do this. And really, it's been a blessing, but it was a very hard fought battle. This book has over 500 ratings, and it has some ratings that it has, I guess now 4 audiobook ratings, but the written book has over 500 ratings. So this is the Prospects Bible. And these are the ratings and stuff and blah, blah, blah. And the regular price of this book is $19.95. So there you go. It's 5.5 hours long. 5 hours. I'm sorry, 5 hours and 4 minutes long. And I hope you guys like it. So there you go. And so our question for tomorrow will be, what will our question for tomorrow be? If you want to win a free copy of this book, audio book, then the question for tomorrow will be, I often say stop saying something and instead say something else. So if you guys know what I say, stop saying and then start saying, please send that to me if you want to win tomorrow's free audiobook, $19.95 value. 5 hours and 4 minutes of me talking. All right. Audiobooks were a lifesaver when I was on the road a lot. Oh man, I'm just amazed at how these books are selling. Are club people and non-club people allowed to date? Does the spouse have to join? Yes, club people and non-club people are allowed to date, and no, your spouse doesn't have to join. And in many motorcycle clubs, they won't let her join.
Call from.
My phone is for some reason connected to my interface. I don't know why that happened. It's probably because I have the Bluetooth on. All right, my friends, I'm out. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. I will be traveling to Louisiana for the National Biker Roundup. I'll probably be leaving tonight or tomorrow. And so you guys will see me at the Roundup. There, I'll be shooting from the Roundup. And I would like to interview you and your motorcycle club while I'm there and talk about your biker experience and what brought you to the biker life and the biker world and things like that. So I want you guys to look for me there. If you got my books, bring my books and I'll sign them for you. Ron says a lot of folks love Audible books. My SIL listens to them all the time, but never actually reads any books. It still won't let me rate, but I give it a 5. I don't know why it won't let you rate. That blows, Frost. Maybe they don't let you rate it if somebody gives it to you. I don't know. I thought that was the purpose of the free books, but I don't know. I find both points of views to be observed from a vet and a spouse. Uh-oh. Are you guys fighting? I hope that dang Black Dragon, with my issues and age, I still remember more than you. Hey, I have a staff to remember. That's what Ford said. Anyway, okay. I've just gone through the comments. I think I'm pretty Chris, don't do that. Chris, don't. What are you doing? But you didn't even get it right 100%. So there you go. I finished the next day. Okay, so I'm caught up. Okay, I'm caught up. That's it. My 2 cents. Love your 2 cents in the comment section below. Looks like nobody's calling me, so I'm not messing up anything. Thanks for tuning in. Get skinny and get the book. See you guys later today. There's another show today that'll, my little short newscast and stuff. And I think there might even be another walking video today. All right. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book. The book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set.
That's right.
It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service.
Worthy of your service.
Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you could be. Get the book.
You are fake news. Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust.
Biker news you can trust. Biker news you can trust. Biker news you can trust.
All right, my friends. I'm screwing up. I'm screwing up my buttons. Oh my goodness. I was supposed to go out there. I screwed up all my buttons. Okay, that's gone. What the heck? Did I hit another button? Huh. Okay.